Greetings, Expo Creek students. Welcome to your first week of distance learning. I know we weren't quite expecting this. This isn't exactly the way I thought our year would go, and it certainly wasn't the way I hoped it would go. And yet here we are. And the really great thing is we are still in this together. Now, this changes some things about school, but it doesn't change everything about school. You still have all of the wonderful teachers that you've had. You have all of your specialists, and you have me and Miss Cahalan, and you have Mrs. Rorick. We also still have Mrs. Parisian and Mrs. Newlander, who are always here to help you. If you need anything, please make sure that you connect with your teacher, and we will make sure that you get the help you need. But remember, we can only do so much. Distance learning is challenging, but it is certainly something you can do if you put your mind to it. We'll help and do our part. We need you to do yours too. You are going to have to wake up each day and get yourself ready for learning. Get dressed like you're coming to school. Have your materials ready just like you would have packed your backpack the night before. Make your plan so that you are in a learning mindset when you start your day. We'll get into this new routine and we'll work on it together. Dedicate yourself to doing your very best work each day. Work hard. Let your teachers help and support you. But dedicate yourself to doing your very best. If you do that, you'll be successful, and we will have a great time in distance learning.
Hey Expo Creek students, it's Mrs. Newlander
and Mrs. Parisian, your school social workers.
This week, we start full distance learning for everyone at Expo Creek. Many of you have been doing distance learning so far this year, but for those that have been in the hybrid model, this is a big change to full distance learning. It's kind of like what we did last spring.
And sometimes when there's a big change, we have really big feelings that go along with it. Like maybe we're kind of excited because we like to do our learning from home. Or maybe we're feeling nervous because we're not exactly sure what it's going to look like this time. And maybe some of us are really missing our friends that we were able to see in person. Remember earlier when Mrs. Munson told us that there are some things you can do to make sure that distance learning goes well. Get up and get ready for school every single day. Get your materials ready and make a plan. We also want you to know to take breaks, drink plenty of water, and try to go outside every single day. And for those of you who are really missing your friends, maybe you can ask your parents to even do a virtual play date like on FaceTime or an app like Skype.
And sometimes in situations of big change like this, I think it's important that we remind ourselves of the things that we can control and the things that we can't control.
So we can't control the weather, and we can't control coronavirus. And we can't control distance learning or even how long we're going to be at home.
Right.
And we can't control what people say or do that are around us.
Right. And sometimes we get stuck on focusing on the things that we can't control, like all of those things. But instead, if we change that to focus on the words that we say and the things that we do, we can focus on the positives in situations. That is something that we have control over. We have control over the fun things that we do in our free time. And kids at Oxbow Creek have control to do their very best work.
So a lot of things are going to be different. But Mrs. Munson reminded us that some things are going to be the same. Like the principals are going to be there for you, we're going to be here for you, and of course your teachers are too. So when you have those really big feelings, it's really important that you try to talk to somebody at home or ask the adults that are with you to get a hold of us, because we would love to talk to you.
So remember to take those deep breaths.
Because we've got this.